All right, let's go and do some pre-show. Hi, everybody out there in Twitch land. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning or this afternoon. I'm losing track of time. So it's 2:40 something on the East Coast of the U.S. And so I decided I wanted to go live with my stream, but in order to do that, I had to get a client app in production real fast. And all of a sudden, my computer decided to spike 100% CPU for some not obvious reason. And I'm waiting for it to do its thing. So I'm going to chat with you all for a moment while that does what it needs to do. So how are you all doing out there? Big thanks to Jan Dev for the follow. Sorry I missed that. Let's see. So my goal today. So first, my goal today is to get back into a routine for streaming. That's so obviously hard to do. The holidays really screwed me up. I also came off a very difficult client project. So anyone that's tuning in for the first time, I'm a independent software consultant, and I've been working with this client for years and years and years. And over the past 5-6 months, they've become much more difficult to work with. So I had to go through the process of firing them, which is not fun. It's not a thing that can just happen overnight. It's something that needs to happen over a series of nights. Usually about 30 days in most cases. But we're here, and I've gone through that part, and now I'm just kind of recovering. My last day on that project was about a week and a half ago, and I don't know how to explain it. You wrap up the project, and then there's this sense of, wow, I really have nothing to do with this project anymore, and I'm not sure what to do with myself, because all my days leading up to that were filled with, oh my gosh, I got to get this done, I got to get that done, so on. It just kept adding up, and it was so much stress. And not to mention, I was working on something, and the phone would ring, and it would be the client going, yip, and just, there's a lot to deal with. So I decided to just take a break from everything after that wrapped up. So, but I need to get back into the swing of things. I have so much stuff I want to talk about with you all. It's a lot of content I want to put together. I have this, I just have this, weight off my shoulders. Mr. Bates, David Bates, yeah, mood music. Is it too loud for you all? I did some level testing earlier, so I'm not sure. I thought it was just fine. But if it's too loud, let me know. I can always turn it down a little. But yeah, some mood music, something that doesn't violate copyright. So it's so hard to find. But I'm using Pretzel, and I've used this a couple of times in the past, and it works well enough. I don't pay too much attention to it myself. But if it's distracting for anyone, I need to turn it down some, let me know. Actually, I'm going to turn it down for myself because it is a little loud on my end. I'm still waiting for this deployment to swap. So it's stuff I wish I could show you, because I think this is probably an example a lot of people would get value out of. I do all my deployments through Microsoft Azure, and right now I'm just waiting for an app service to swap so I can confirm that everything is good and deployed. But until that happens, I gotta sit here and wait a moment. Yeah, it's just for some weird reason my computer, like Azure, is going slow, or not Azure, but my connection to Azure is going slow. You know what? I'll tell you exactly why. It's because I'm streaming on the same network, and I have my streaming machine has priority over everything else. So, oops. Guess I should have thought about that before I hit the stream button. But I'll talk a little bit about what I'm trying to work on today. once these deployments go through. The big thing is I've been playing with TailwindCSS. Been working on my new personal site, and if you watched my last stream just a couple weeks ago, wow, it's been a while. I did a lot of work on that. Got a lot of things done with Gridsome, which is a VueJS-based single static site generator. But I had bought this theme, and I was playing around trying to get this theme implemented, and themes are just not good in the VueJS Gridsome ecosystem. And the big reason for that is all these different themes, they're not just built on HTML and CSS. They're built on HTML, CSS with a whole bunch of BS jQuery plugins, which nothing against jQuery. I love jQuery, but I'm against jQuery for critical UI details. Like, it should be able to work without the jQuery plugins. And this is just a theme, so it's all just graphical. There's no data stuff being done behind the scenes. So I actually spent some time just in the evenings on my own trying to get this stuff to work. And I was just running into a bunch of different walls, and it wasn't working well. I'm like, screw it. Threw the theme away, just went back to bare bones HTML and CSS. So I'm slowly trying to work towards, let me just get something up and running. I can go back and get it working later. So experimenting with Tailwind CSS because I just, I want to try it out. It's something new. I've done a ton with Bootstrap in the past. Our client apps, we use Vuetify, which is Google Material on top of Vue.js. That works really well. Not necessarily what I'm looking for, look and feel wise for this website. But maybe I'll use Vuetify just for their grid system, because that's usually what it comes down to. Is I just need help putting stuff on the screen and aligning it in the correct place. So I'm playing with Vuetify, not Vuetify, Tailwind in that case. But, all right. So we got a good number of folks out there in chat. If you're out there, say hi. Still waiting for Azure to do its thing. I'm not sure why everything just decides to crap itself when I, critically need to go do other work. But maybe I'll just let this go and chat with you all. Yeah, weird. Okay, well. Okay, well, it seems this is not going to be my good friend today. Let's go ahead and set up our environment so I can just start diving into some code, and you don't have to worry or wait for me to get that stuff going. Which means I need to bump up some fonts so y'all can see what's going on. So font size, let's try 20. I'm playing with a new font. JetBrains, the good folks who make ReSharper for .NET developers. They also make, Rider? It's a IDE for different types of programming languages, plus a plethora of tools for developers out there. They have recently come out with a new font called Mono, and that's what I'm playing with today. Actually, let me drop a link in there for my JetBrains friends. So I like good developer fonts, and this seems like a pretty solid developer font. Worth the time. Okay. Every now and then I might swap over to this other project just to make sure it's running right. All right, let's close that. All right, this is not going anywhere at all. It's using Visual Studio, and Visual Studio just is like frozen for some reason. Yay. All right. That's fine. This deployment doesn't need to happen now. It can happen later. All right, let's close that Visual Studio. Mr. Bates. Oh, I don't want Sleepy. Is it Sleepy? All right, we can try a different station. Let's see what we got here. about this? We'll try. It's happy playlist. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hit full screen on my page. There we are. Let me bring up some code here. So this is what JetBrains Mono looks like. Let me find another page here. Here we go. So it's mono-spaced fonts. It's got a couple of, what are the glyphs called? So if you do like not equal to, or equal or less than, whatever, it creates the fancy glyphs. I forgot what that name is. So here, if I did, if 1 is less than or equal to 2. Oh, why is it not doing it? All right, oh, maybe that's just VS Code. It does in Visual Studio, which is weird. All right, no. For some reason, it's not doing the glyphs. Maybe it's a VS Code issue, and I don't do much of my VS Code settings anyway. Oh well. So to show you all where I am in this whole process, let's start Gridsome up. We'll say Gridsome develop. I also remember I wanted to record this. You know what? We'll worry about that later. Hey, my client app did what it was supposed to. Yay, finally. So Gridsome, again, for those who have never played with it, this is how I explain it. It's Gatsby, but with Vue.js instead of React, because I don't like React. I've developed plenty of apps in React, but then I discovered Vue.js, and I drank that Kool-Aid hard in Vue.js, and I go back to my old React apps, and I go, oh, how much I just want to throw all this away and rewrite it in Vue. But I'm not going to do that because that would be irresponsible. So I try to do all new development with Vue.js. Mr. Bates, have I worked with Polymer? I have not worked with Polymer. So there's let's see. Let me bring up their site. Yeah. So it's all about web components, right? Polymer. This is a Google project, if I recall correctly. Oh, it was before Vue. Gotcha. Yeah, eventually it's just going to come down to you build individual components and you pull them into all the different apps that you need to use them in. That's ideally that's what I like to get to with all my apps. It's a series of web components. I feel like that's easier said than done, because each component should kind of be its own mental model, and that's a much harder architecture question to answer. Actually, I have a talk I'm doing next week at NDC London. I'm doing a talk on building single-page applications with Vue.js and ASP.NET Core. I think one of the big things I need to really go back and look at that talk to discuss is web components, and the idea that make your everything on your page individual reusable components. And we have a raid coming in from Freestyle Coder. Hey, Freestyle, how you doing, bud? Haven't seen you in a while. And that's my good friend Chris Gardner, rated with a party of 1. You know what? One's better than none, right? I'm glad you could join us. So NDC London, talking about single-page apps, and this is just a lesson I'm still learning all the time. Mr. Bates, thanks for the subscription with Amazon Prime. Really appreciate it. So I'm actually getting ready to start an initiative. We're doing some volunteer work this summer. in Appalachia. Not sure where in Appalachia yet, but we go help folks who are kind of down on their luck. They don't have the means to help themselves. We're going to help them basically make their homes warmer, safer, drier. It's the Appalachian Service Project, and it's something I try to do every year. It's just a real feel-good, spiritual, just rejuvenation that I'm able to do. But we need to do some fundraising, so I'm thinking about using my Twitch stream as a fundraising device to try to earn a little bit of extra money to help our teams go do some of this good work. But the subscription with Prime goes and helps that. So every little dollar helps. All right. Let's see. Let's turn off Polymer. Oh, my Gridsome stuff worked. Let me go ahead and start a new tab here. Let's go localhost 8080. Why is it 8081? Shouldn't be 8081. Unless I'm running I don't know. I must be running something on port 8080. All right. So nothing comes up because there's literally nothing to show. This page is currently empty. There's nothing on it because I had just started working with Gridsome the other day. The only things I've done up to this point is I've installed it. So if I go into Gridsome config, I did some stuff with CSS loading, and I'm not even quite sure what's even going on here. I didn't read the code. I just copy and pasted what the walkthrough said I should do. The big thing here is I have global CSS, Tailwind stuff, and then this is included in my main. So all my pages should get this CSS file. And if we go and do some reading, let's see, not content. I wish there was a better way in Chromium. Or I'm running Edgium, so it's Edge with Chromium in it. It's just FJS. So there's my global CSS. So that's all getting pulled in. It just doesn't do anything because I haven't done anything yet. So let's go look at Tailwind. So this is about as far as I got last time. And what was I looking at? I was looking at containers. All right. Well, let's talk more about what I need this page to do. So can I put comments in here? Yes. All right. So this is index. Well, why? Oh, it needs exactly one element. Yep. All right. So this page needs to do a couple things. I want to have some sort of header. I want to have some sort of, well, this is index. Index uses default view. Okay. Trying to remember where I am. Okay. Why would it display in site header? Have that in. All right, let's say hello world. Let's just get something in there. Yeah, this is the problem. I was working on this last week, and I knew exactly what I was working on, and I had to stop, and I had to stop all of a sudden, so I didn't complete my thought. And I shut the laptop, came back, and now I'm coming back to it now, and I honestly have no idea what my thought process was when I left off. But yeah, Tailwind. Are you a Tailwind user? So I'm impartial. I haven't used it before. I've seen people use it and make good stuff with it. All right, you love it. Excellent. That's what I want to hear because I'm currently developing my opinion, and I've done a lot of work with other CSS frameworks before. So I kind of like their what's their tagline? That is utility first. So it just needs to do stuff and it doesn't need too much opinion. All right, so I have the site header that at the moment doesn't do anything, so it's not rendering here. I don't know. All right, I don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of that.
And I was like, that's cool.
All right, I am completely lost. I totally forgot my train of thought when I shut all this down. All right, I don't think I technically need this anymore. All right, let me also bring up Gridsome. So here's my problem. I'm basically playing with two new to me frameworks at the same time. So default layout. Nope, not what I want. Layouts. Okay. All right. Got it. I remember what's going on. Cool. All right. So I deleted this. So I basically need layout. And now if I refresh, this has my header. All right. That's what I wanted. Cool. All right. All right, so this is index, and index is basically going to be a couple different things. I'm just going to put some comments in here to kind of lay out my thoughts. So I already have the site header. The site header has stuff. So let's decorate this. This would be a good place to start. All right, Tailwind. Let's do something useful. To center container, use the MX auto. To add padding. All right, so really I just want a container. Let's start with that. I wonder if I can just put that on the header. Okay. All right. So what's his MX Auto? I'm just going to play for a moment. What's MX Auto do? So MX Auto should make it, makes it center. Cool. All right. All right. That's so far so good. Horizontal padding, disabling. All right, so let's talk about lists. Create a bulletin. All Actually, I just want some examples. I don't want to go through reference material. I want to look at examples. Are there any good examples on here? Components? Oh, cool. All right. Navigation. Simple. Yes! Yeah. I totally want something like this, but not Tailwind. So let's see what we got here. Tabs, pills, stretch. That's good. All right. Responsive header. Oh, I understand it's all utility. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see. All right. Let's see what we got here. So nav. You know what? Like any good developer, let's copy and paste this crap. Boom. Holy cow. All right, I'm going to format that. What we got? Hey! That's a good starting point, right? Okay, so first things first. Let's take out the CS or CVG. I don't do that. Let's replace this with Kevin Griffin. I'll do my full name. But where's that CVG menu? Oh, that's for collapsible. Oh, cool. Except it doesn't. Is this one? Oh, I guess you probably got to write JavaScript for that crap, don't you? Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. So I don't need that button. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's go ahead and change our thingies here. Speaking resume. You know what? Take resume out. I don't want a resume. I had 2 or 3 I wanted to put in here. Speaking. All right. That's a good start. So I'm not sure why. All right. So you got the block that's hidden. I guess it's not programmed to actually do anything, right? You have to dynamically add. You know what, for now, I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to add a comment. This is a tip I preach all the time. Whenever you steal code from something, always put a comment in there in the URL where you stole it from, just in case someone comes in after you and they're like, all right, who wrote this complicated piece of code? It's kind of nice to be able to go back to a source, especially true on Stack Overflow. If you pull anything from Stack Overflow, leave a comment with the link to the Stack Overflow question, because then it's easy for whoever comes in after you to go back and find what they're looking for, because that might have some other question that comes up. All right. Cool. All right. Well, you know what? We're just going to stick with teal. I change colors and stuff later. So let's get everything on the screen that's important. So the first section is just going to be a generic, hi, I'm Kevin. Then I'm going to have sections for training, consulting, contact me, maybe I'll put in here latest articles. Okay, well, let's go create a new component. And we'll call it you know what, we'll just call it welcome. Welcome.view. I have a template. Import welcome from go up, go in components and pull in welcome. Then you pull in components and pass in welcome itself. Okay. There we go. Welcome. Yay. All right, this is where I start to get back into my comfort zone. So I'm pretty good with Vue across the board. It's when you start adding all this other crap on top of Vue, I start to say, stop. Not sure what to do. All right, let me adjust my, there we go. All right, you know what? Let's just go ahead and create these different components real fast, and I can go back and start styling them, right? So we'll say latest articles.view. View. Articles. Training. All right, again, this is more Vue. I'll call this welcome training. And the reason for that is I want to have a separate page just called training, so I don't want to have any name confusion. Also going to create another one called welcome consulting. Again, more Vue, so we'll say name, welcome consulting. All right, let me add a div, we'll say training. Another div here. Welcome consulting. Oh, wait, I just said training there. All right, let's be somewhat consistent, right? Let's go back to the index. Welcome training from welcome consulting from components, welcome consulting, And then I forgot latest articles. So latest articles from latest articles. And let's add all those in. So okay. Oh, I forgot to use them. Welcome training. And then welcome consulting. Oh, I forgot. Put contact me. I'll just call it contact. All right, let's go create contact real fast too. And as you can see, I'm putting the cart before the horse. But and let's create another component. We'll call it contact. Oop, I forgot my extension. No, you know what? I thought I had it installed, but I'm just kind of used to this workflow. Let's see. Yeah, I got it installed. Is it supposed to give me a shortcut I'm not seeing? All that's combined. All right, that's all good. Welcome to first training. Cool. That's what I want to see. All right. So let's go ahead and build out welcome first. So welcome is yes. So I was just noticing the exact same thing. It wasn't auto-completing the tags here on index, and which is weird. And I wonder if that's a Gridsome thing. Yeah. Because, yeah, I'm not quite sure. It might be, no, it's just a Vue component, so it should see all that crap. I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, I noticed the same thing. With our regular Vue apps, it works fine. But here, it's not for some reason. Oh, well. It's amazing. We're in this great renaissance of editors and extensions and just making life so much easier for developers, only under certain conditions. And as soon as you're outside the conditions, nothing works. All right. And my lovely wife is texting me. Okay, so let's talk about welcome. All I want that to do is I want that to be a box. So let's create a container. And really it's going to be 2 sides. So we'll say div class container. And let me learn some more about this grid system. full width column. So div class flex. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put this side by side. We'll mess with this. So div class flex MB4. All right. Let me go back and look. I forgot what MB stands for. All right, let's look up here. MB class reference. Margin. Margin bottom. Got it. Okay. Thanks, Bo. All right. So, MP. So, gotcha. All right. So, if I want to have some spacing between. Oh my gosh, this is quite a jump. Okay. So if I tell this MB, let's just start with 10. I don't know. All right, let's go back to our example. Then I basically want 2 columns, right? So do div class let's start here. Don't need the backgrounds to be any particular color. Okay, so I'm going to try to decipher this before I go read the documentation. I'm assuming W means width and H means height. Height 12, so it does everything else with rem. So if I go back here and do W, of course, that is a bad thing to search for, isn't it? So let's go to class reference. It's in here. Oh, this is really good documentation. But all right, when you type this is what it looks like. Holy cow, there's a lot of reference. Svelte dog. Is that how you say it? Svelte? Svelte? So it's one of these questions. Like, I've seen it all over the place. I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce it. Because I think I'm making it more complicated than it might really be. All right. Let's see. Position. Right. Actually, I want to go back to container. Class reference width. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You'll be lambasted. It's like going to IKEA. What? Okay, here we go. Here are our widths. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so this is... Oh, and thanks for the follow. This is kind of clever. I've never seen special characters in a class name before. One of those things I didn't know you could actually do. but it looks like you can. That's awesome. All right, so the width is 50%. All right, so I deciphered that much. The width is 50% of the parent container. So in my case, do I want it to necessarily be 50%? I probably want it to be more like 1/3. So let's change that, which means I need the other part to be 2/3. So is there a 2/3 over here? Yes. All right. I totally missed it. Emoji all the CSS. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you can do that too, right? That sounds horrible. What we got here? What we got here? All right. So let's save. I'm gonna say Kevin here and say got a problem. Solve it. Okay. Why is Kevin here still there? Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. Oh, let me do MX Auto. Mage, I'm basically I'm playing with Tailwind. I'm learning Tailwind. Laying out kind of a new personal site, blog / all the things. Let's see. Why is all right? So let's look at this in. Oh wow, gotcha. Okay. So that makes sense. Let me put some margin on this. So I want. All right. So the margin was 10. That's MB 10. All right. Margin bottom. So do I need to necessarily? Yep. I'm using Edgium. So it's Edge with Chrome, Chromium in it, and I'm running the dev build of it. So it's not Canary. Is what Canary's like every night. So whatever the weekly one is. So yeah, I've been running that for a couple months, and I love Edge more than I love Chrome, but I love Chromium more than I loved Titan, whatever was running in Edge before. So that was the thing that got me to go back to Edge. Was I love that they pulled Chromium in, so I can use all my Chrome add-ons, all the stuff I love there, and it just works. Yeah, exactly. Stock Chrome, I just can't. I couldn't use it anymore. And I'm not. And the thing is, like, I'm running the dev version of Edge. I call it Edgium. But there's still a couple quirks depending on the week build. But I think they have officially rolled this into the main Edge for everyone. So everyone's running the same Edge with Chrome extensions. But yeah, so that was the other thing. I need my dev tools. But so you'll see I have Chromium dev tools in here, and all my DevTool add-ons extensions work exactly the same way. I hated the Edge development tools. And yeah, oh, and hey, Jimmy Bossy. It's good to have you. It's like a couple times I've tried to go back to Firefox, and I just can't use Firefox anymore. I don't know. There's this mental hurdle I haven't jumped over yet, and I end up going back to Chrome or back to, in this case, Edgium. I've tried, but they get so many cool tools. It's like, ugh. Maybe I just use it for that tool, not for nothing else. Okay. So I got this stuff here. That's cool. I like this. So there's margin. So is there MT? MT10? Is that a thing? Yes. How cool. Safari. Get out of here with your Safari. No one takes Safari seriously. Let's see. Brave. I used Brave for 3-4 weeks. Love Brave. It's a good browser built on Chromium, but I don't know. There's another mental hurdle I couldn't get over. I can't even tell you what it was. I just got to a point I'm like, I don't want to use Brave anymore. I went back to Chrome. It's one of those things. You get used to what you're used to, and it takes a lot to make you make the full switch, right? I'll tell you what. The only time I use Safari, I don't even use Safari on my iPhone. I have Chrome on my iPhone until I get Chromium or Edgium on my iPhone. I'll probably switch to that, but yeah. All right. Let's do something fun. Let's drop a picture in here. Did I add my picture? Kevin Rock on. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly why I started using Brave. Was I wanted to try out the tracking prevention and all of that good stuff. And actually with Edgium, I'm not running ad block or anything, which it's amazing how many ads are out there and how much stuff is tracking you. But I'm kind of at the point where I haven't noticed too much. All right, so G image source. I think I can just do images kevinrockon.png. Not quite sure. I want to set a pie hole. Definitely. That sounds. Hey, there's my mug right there. I love that picture. Yeah, I want to set a pie hole. So it's kind of a multi-step plan. Now that Verizon, so I have Verizon Fios. Now that Verizon doesn't do bundling anymore, I want to call Verizon and say, hey, Verizon, it doesn't cost me $1 bajillion to do gigabit to my house. So please set me up with gigabit. And then I want to redo my entire home network. So I'm running gigabit to every device that supports it. And I have Cat 6 going all over the place. And then I want to set something more up at the beginning of my network, like Pi-hole, that just protects everyone. So right now, the big thing I do is I use OpenDNS. I pay for OpenDNS for the household. So any device that connects in the app in the house is using OpenDNS, and that prevents a lot of just kind of the bad stuff. We also use it as our basic nanny filter for the kids, because the kids aren't smart enough yet to understand what DNS is, and that they can just change it on their device and they can get around all the filters. They're not there yet. But eventually I'm going to need something else in between my family and all the bad things on the internet. So, all right. Yay, man. That's such a good picture. And it's responsive. Yeah. Okay. And all those are off to the side. That must just be because I have all this. All right, because I'm not using this stuff anywhere else. All right, you know what? I really like that. All right, what kind of typography crap is in here? Let's look at font families. And what's that? Eros? I've never heard of that before. So let's Google this on the fly. What's that? EEROS. Oh, okay. It's like ubiquity, but not ubiquity. Fast, reliable Wi-Fi for $99. Yeah, last time I updated anything Wi-Fi in my house, I did a like prosumer Linksys setup. So I have one powerful access point, and it works really well. But you know, it's old. They don't update the firmware on it anymore. At least it doesn't seem like they do. And I really want to set up a mesh, and you can't do that cheaply with some of that prosumer stuff. So this stuff like this appeals to me. All right, Eero. So it's again, you have all these dumb names, and there's not a thing up here at the top that says how do you pronounce our product's name. So Eero. Let's see. All right, let's talk about fonts. I'm a font. I'm a monospace font. You know what? I have access to Typekit. Typekit Adobe.com. Nope, that's not it. All right, let's just Google search Typekit. Fonts. Oh yeah, they renamed it. That's right. All right. Sorry, friends. You don't get to see that part. All right. And it didn't ask me for two-factor auth. That's fine. Okay. Thanks, Adobe. All right, so you used to be able to Typekit. This is a place where old projects went to die. It's like so many of these projects I don't support anymore. I just created them because, oh man. All right, let's just find a font. Okay. All right, so they used to have it. Oh, there we go. Headings. That's all. No. Man, I remember this used to be like a laundry list. Deactivate for what? Unlimited fonts. Yeah. No, we're not going to my domain registration. All right. I guess just fonts. What's font packs? This is new. Productivity infographic pack. That's cool. Build a brand. Look at this pack. That's kind of what I'm trying to do, right? Tad Carpenter. Font packs expire from your account after 180 days. Why would they expire? I don't understand. Someone explain to me why. Let me adjust here. Why does why does Adobe even have this concept of activating fonts? I just want to use fonts, and most likely we'll always want to use that font till the end of time. Hey, all right, there we go. All right, apparently I did something wrong. That's more like it. Standard. Languages. Ooh, English. And it doesn't do anything to the list. Okay, cool. Let's see. Anything handwritten? What do y'all think of this? You know, this is not even the problem I should be solving right now. This is. Activate font. What? Add to web project. Let's create a new project. All right, so let's call this, yeah. Because one day we can come back and we can look, hey, remember that project Kevin just built? All right, let's add. Ooh, can I just do an import? This should work. I think it'll work. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. This really doesn't matter, does it? Because it's just getting all rendered at runtime anyway. All right, and if I recall correctly, this particular one does not give you the index HTML to mess with because it does all that stuff for you. So if I want to embed, let me delete some of this, close some of this stuff. I don't need any of this. So main. Yeah, maybe I should put this in there. All right. All right. Well, let's play with an example. So we'll say heading. And heading. There are multiple formatters for CSS files. Yeah. There we go. We'll call this main heading. And let's see if it works, right? Wonder if it picked up that. Yeah, I don't think it picked that up. Now, is that because I updated? Oh, let's restart the server. Step one, right? All right. Refresh. Okay, so it's not even picking up the TypeScript stuff. Because there should be, oh, nope, it is. So why no? It helps if you save the CSS file that you're working in. Helps immensely. Okay. Hey, thanks for the follow, Bo. Or Global. What? How would you prefer I pronounce your name? There's a lot going on there. Bo Kismoki Global. Boki, if I'm saying that right. Got a problem? Yo, I'll solve it. Hey, you know what? I kind of like that font now. So we're going to leave that, but we got to bump that up like 50%. Let's go up to 40. All right. right. Oh, here's what I want to do now. Let's, I'm spending too much time on this one little thing. I just want to text align. Text align center. There we go. Oh, and it's so complicated, that name. Text dash center. Let's go in here and we'll say text dash center. So everything inside of it should be. Oh my gosh. Can I do this? No. Oh, okay. Because it's not big enough. How do I... Because the height is 12. So is that 12? What are my height options? Height. All right, so 3 rems. Oh, H auto. What if I do that? I don't know if I want to trust the browser. And I don't know why I'm refreshing. It's just a bad habit. Okay. Okay. I got this. So align bottom is not aligning bottom. So maybe I'm misunderstanding what align bottom does. Vertical align. Oh, all right. I guess you put it on the elements that you are wanting to align. Nope. Okay. You know what? This is not important right now. I got about 10-15 minutes left anyway, so let's just move on to the next things. This is pretty good so far. Let's go ahead and create scaffolds for the next couple sections, just so I can feel like I have some progress. That's what the word I'm looking for. Okay, so that's what welcome looked like. What's the next section? Latest articles. So latest articles, we're gonna copy and paste all this crap, and we're gonna delete that stuff. And I'm gonna put a title in here, so we'll call this latest articles. Oh, I can give it a class name. So what was my class name? Main heading. I'll say text center. Does that work? Yes. 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 Woo. All right. Let's assume this is... Now, if I was being a good web component guy, this would be its own component, right? And I would make that a global component so I could just use it anywhere that I wanted to. Should I just do that now? Because I like that look and feel. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it, friends. So we're going to create a new file. We'll call it what do I want to call it? I just want to call it heading. All right, heading is a VueJS app or VueJS file. It's really just an H2. All it is with some content. So this will take a name and we'll call it heading, and it's going to have props. This is something I don't have enough practice with in Vue, is passing custom props. So we'll just call it value, and this will be value, and I don't need style. But then I need to go into main, and I need to import heading from components heading .view, and I don't know why I have different quotes, but let's fix that. And I called it headering again. I don't know why I did that. Let's add it as a global component. Okay. So now I can come in here. We'll add heading. We'll pass in the value of we'll refresh, make sure I didn't break anything. Hey, it still works, right? Cool. And that's how web components are supposed to work. And now I can customize the crap out of this. So I could have different sizes and say big value, big, small, whatever. Yep. So I could do all that. But I'm not going to. That's a little bit easier to read, right? All right, so let's copy that. Let's go into our other stuff. And we'll say consulting, save. Come in here, we'll say, oops, let's just pull that in. We'll say training, save. We'll come in. We'll say contact me. Oops, I broke something. I broke it in training. Oops. Hey. Hey. That is some good progress right there. You all are a solid team. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you're out there watching and haven't already, give me a follow. I'm trying to get 250 followers by the end of next month. No particular reason, it's just a personal goal of mine, and you can help me achieve that goal by hitting that follow button. All right, now let's go and do something that's data driven. So we have latest articles. Let's go ahead and do something that's Gridsome based. So latest articles will go right here. And I want this to be maybe my previous 3. Yeah, we'll say previous 3. So flex. I'm going to copy and paste some code. So let me put this stuff side by side. All right, so I want a class, the width to be 1/3. I want auto height. And I want this 2 more times. Thank you for the follow. Let's see. Republis 5. Hope I'm saying that correctly. But anyway, thank you for the follow. You're awesome. All right, so we'll call this. And you know what? I want to text center these as well. And for now, let's just do, oh, no. Just A, B, and C. So we can come over here. We can see A, B, and C. I'm going back through all the content I've written. And I've written so I've written a lot of content. A lot of content I have just kind of thrown away. Because the biggest thing I have seen with blogs in general is that, people write blogs and it's usually simple throwaway stuff like, hey, I'm going to be at this event next week. Come see me speak if you're in town. But if you go see that message now, it was dated 10 years ago, and you don't really care. And I've actually discovered my personal site was just filled with that stuff. I just threw it all away. It's not useful to anything or anyone. So throw it away. I'm not going to break Google or anything. Not a big deal. So I'm trying to transition myself, and I've done this in bits and pieces already, from articles or from blog posts. I don't like the word blog post, more to articles. So if I'm going to develop content, it's going to, in a written form, it's going to be an article, and it's not going to be something throwaway. Throwaway stuff is for like Twitter, Instagram, social media in general. It's not for my site. It's not something that I'm actively going to be looking for people to search on, or that I'm actively going to promote. So if you go to my site, it should all be relevant, searchable content. Whether or not it's outdated or not is a whole different question. I have a lot of outdated stuff, but hey, so this is, all right, we're making good progress here. Okay. So in Gridsome works off of GraphQL, and part of that is you get these page queries, and I gotta remember how to use these. And I don't need it here. I'm going to delete it from here, but I am going to put it inside the latest articles. And if I recall correctly, this thing goes and gets. My GraphQL is very limited. So I have a collection called All Articles. This is from Markdown files that I have on disk. Pulls all the nodes. I basically have a unique article ID, a title, a date, a list of categories that article is under. Usually it's just going to be one, but it could technically be more than one. And then what's the permalink for it? Is there, all right, so if I recall correctly, I have this GraphQL thingy right here. No, I pressed the wrong button. Crap. All right, well, let's. I actually just want top 3, so I want to sort it by date published, and I want to pull the top 3 results out of that. And I don't know how to write that query. So let's see. Let's see. So all article page. Can I just do that? No. There we go. What's that do? Nope. Page is not defined. Right. Oh, that's right, because that's a play. Well, I'm not putting in page anymore. I took it out. Oh man, I actually used to know how to do this, and I totally forgot everything I learned. You know what? Hey, docs. All right, so I have all articles. All article. Want to sort by. Is it colon? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh, it's already sorted by date. Okay, all right, that's fine. So all our article. I just want to limit to 3. I have edges. No, I have edge. I thought it was just edge. Crap. No, it is edges. Page is not defined. Okay. Oh, crap. I pressed F5. Node. Okay. Hey, I might be in the right place here. Okay. Boom! That's what I want. Okay, so I want page 1, limit 3, should only... Okay. Okay. Well. So. Alright, don't skip any. So page 1. Alright, so that assumes that page 2 has different things in it. Okay, page 1. And it's in order. And yes, I have not written content since April 12th, 2019. It wasn't even good content. Man, I gotta go back and fix all this stuff. I gotta add some content. Why does limit not return? You know what? Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Okay. Because really, this is number. All article 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I have page, posts, edges. Alright, so let me do this. Let's page, posts. No. I have all article, edges, node. Okay. Zero, node, title. Let's hard code that for a second. See if that does anything. Hey, it worked. Boom. Okay. Which means I should be able to do glink to page, all article, edges, 0, node, permalink. All right, if I get this part working, I'm going to call it quits for today. Boom. Boom. And there's much rejoicing. Ha ha ha. All right. Now let me rinse repeat. So that's 1. That's 2. All right. So wait, 2, 2, 1, 1. Cool. Cool. All right. I like this. Yeah, that works really well. So that, oh, but that might be not found for another reason. Yeah, all right, so that one works. Okay. Hey. And then what I like to do is add images to them, some sort of like filler images, so it, you know, kind of looks like I'm professional. You know how we all fake it, right? So that is a good place to stop for now. I've been going for about an hour and a half. So take a break, come back, go and get some dinner. I'm starting to get a little hungry. But you know what? Thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. It's been a blast. Especially thanks to the folks that were chatting with me the entire time. Let's see, I'm at 179 followers, you know, slowly making it towards that goal of 250, but I'm pretty sure we'll get there eventually. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you all next time. Take care.